Hello everyone. I want to talk about something that for some reason people get really upset about. Now, what's funny here is a lot of people think that I'm just plain white. I got some German or something like that, French, Italian in me, mostly Hispanic and Indian. I've always believed that I was mostly Hispanic or half Hispanic. That's the part that I'm proud of. I love the Hispanic community. I love the Mexican food. Even where I live is around the Hispanic community. That's just the people I connect with and I love. I just love it. But anyway, I want to talk about the difficulties as far as being white in America, especially in California. A lot of people don't understand what it's like when people judge you off your skin color. Now, in Southern California, it's always been difficult to be white because you get judged a lot. Now, it wasn't until, I'll say I was 30 years old, is when my friends who are all black, I say black because I'm not racist, they do not like being called African American, they're American. And first time I heard African American, I was shocked that someone said that, and that's like being politically correct. It's like, wow, racism, politically correct is really racist nowadays. But I will never call anyone African American to their face. It's just so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but my black friends, I got a lot of black friends, a lot of Hispanic friends, and my black friends were talking to me about how they always thought it was so easy for white guys in the workplace, like you can get a job so easily, and school so easy, and we can get grants so easy. And actually not the grants, they actually mentioned the grants, how they know we can't get grants, but they thought we could get jobs and stuff like that easy. Well, I want to make it clear for you, it's not easy to get jobs when you're white. You don't see very many white people through here in Southern California. It's a lot more difficult, actually, to get jobs through this area. I've been told a lot with my black friends, actually, that they know how difficult it is for their white friends to go to school because it's hard for white people to get grants. A lot of things are based off of racism nowadays. They're talking about, and I know I've had two different friends say this, black friends. They said that they're glad they're not white, but it's messed up because they know that they're black, even though they don't want to go to college, that they could go out and get grants immediately, even though they haven't finished high school, get grants immediately and for college just because of their skin color. And I've got a lot of Mexican friends who talk about just because they're Mexican, they they can go out and get grants right away for college. And then when you're white, no, there's nothing for you. There isn't. It's very difficult. You have to do it the hard way, the old-fashioned way. You got to go out, get a job at the minimum wage, learn about investments, and just try and, grind your teeth and just toughen out through it. I never done college or anything like that. It's life for me has always been a struggle, just trying to make it by, without proper schooling or anything like that. But the thing is a lot of you people out there, you think that it's so easy for people when they're white, and there's a lot of people out there as far as diversity, and because of diversity, since they base you off your skin color, if you're white, they're like, well, this person's grades are high enough and everything, they got a 4.7 average, but they're white, and we already have so many white people here, this person is this race or this religion, or has this sexual preference, and we need to be more diverse. They only got a 4.2, but we need to bring them in to balance out the diversity. Now, recently, the Supreme Court has ruled that this is unconstitutional, to start basing people off their race to be more diverse. Diversity is actually very racist, to say, you know what, in order to be less racist, we need to base people off their race, and to be less prejudiced, I'll say. To be less prejudiced, we need to base people off their race, their sex, or sexual preference in order to be less prejudiced. It's not about what you earn anymore. And it's just really scary. Now, the Hispanic population, God bless them, has taken the majority in California, which doesn't bother me at all. I know that upsets some people, but it doesn't bother me. There's 60% in Southern California and 60% in Bakersfield. Not the rest of California, actually. Just those two areas. But even in those two areas, even though Hispanics are the majority, it's still easier for Hispanics to get aid for being Hispanic. But the thing is this is what's causing separation. You see, I'm not whining or anything at all, not at all. Actually, believe it or not, I actually think that the Hispanic community needs aid. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's difficult because it sounds kind of bad in a way. I mean, I believe the Hispanic community is equal to everyone else. But I understand that my friends who are Hispanic and everything, they fight for aid a lot. I don't really know what goes on with that. I don't want to insult them or say anything. But I would love the Hispanic community. I just want to help them and see them just make it. Anyway, I'm babbling, I'm sorry. But same thing with areas like Compton and everything. I just want to see people make it and strive. But my point is people are focusing so much on the racial stuff and everything now, and how this minority is struggling or that minority is struggling because of things that happened in the past, that they're keeping those mindsets of struggling, and those mindsets are keeping them oppressed. The thing that's going on in Ferguson, I've seen a lot of people talking about that, saying, you don't understand what happened with my people and my grandparents and this and that. It's like, that was your grandparents, though. You were born in 86 in this area where you have a whole lot of opportunity. There are people your age who are millionaires, who are in politics, who made something of themselves. It's in your mind. Don't get stuck with what happened 70 years ago to your grandparents or great-grandparents. That is a mindset thing. I've noticed racial tension is getting much worse nowadays. Racism has made a serious comeback. And I don't want to sound bad, but if you go up to any white person and ask them, what do you hate against these type of people? You don't hear them say anything. They're like, well, this race of people, it's like nothing against them. I believe they can make it. That's why, our ancestors fought so hard to free those people, or the Irish, or these slaves. A lot of slaves were Irish, And if you go up to anyone else, and this is true, if you go up to anyone else who came from outside this country and say, why do you hate white people? They're like, well, this is why we don't like them, this is why I don't like them, this is what they've done wrong, and that's what they've done wrong, and they think they have it. It's just, there's a lot of racism against white people, and you're very judgmental against white people. But the thing is people need to stop judging people on their skin color. I've seen that oddly enough, racism still exists with whites. When I went out to the Midwest, I was shocked when I heard the N-word. Like, it was actually used. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, in Bakersfield, California, they use the N-word, not as friend, but like I won't even say it. They use it in a way that when they said it, I felt pain in my chest. They used it as a bad word, and I was so offended. But, there are racists, like, man, it's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking because I'm seeing it come back. But the thing is none of us are better than each other, Everyone's just having the same struggles. And when I see someone, I don't see their skin color. I really don't. No matter where they're from, it doesn't mean anything to me. And honestly, with all you people who judge me for my skin color and everything and think that life is easy for me because of my skin color and all this stuff, I can't even understand how you could actually just come up with an assumption of anything about me just because you see the color of my skin. It's just something I don't understand. When I see someone, no matter how they speak or how they act or even their sexual preference at all, I've never judged anyone like that. I always give everyone a chance. And I always like everyone off the bat. And I always give everyone respect off the bat. Respect for me does not have to be earned. Respect to me is given to everyone right away. It can be lost, and once it's lost, it has to be earned back. But it takes a lot to lose my respect. But I give it to everyone, and that's the thing, is just be respectful towards each other and everything, you know. And what's going on right now with the presidency, all of a sudden, you know, if you don't support, you know, really expensive insurance, you don't support abortion, you don't support the thing, you're racist. Why? Because our president is black and he supports those things. So if you don't support those things, you're racist. And it's like you're bringing racism into everything. Our next president's probably going to be Ben Carson, or Alan something Allen. What's his name? Alan West. And those guys are Republicans, and they're black too. But the thing is when those guys are in office, I'm hoping the Republican Party's not going to say, "What? You're not against abortion? Oh my gosh, you're a racist." You know, I'm hoping it doesn't flip around, because the whole racist thing with the parties throwing that word out there, it's such a strong word. It really needs to stop. It really does. You know, I mean, this country is founded on a freedom for all of us to really love each other and just be able to enjoy our differences and enjoy our different religions and learn about each other, and to accept the differences with each other, not to start a war about it, and not to reject people because of things that we don't like about them, and reject them even though they earn something for diversity, and base people off their skin and say that that's fair because of your skin color, because it's just not fair. It's not what this country was founded on, and it's just unconstitutional. It's just, we all just have to understand what we gotta be equal. That's all I gotta say. I'm just babbling. I love this cat. He's adorable. Look at him. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video now. Y'all be blessed. Bye-bye.